What's up, everybody? It's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and in this video I'm going to be continuing my journey to 100% at overpowered level 8 with this Sniper Zer0. In the previous episode, I started this DLC, Captain Scarlet and her pirate's booty, taking care of some quests in both Oasis and Wormwater. We still have a side quest that takes place here in Wormwater, but I'm going to head towards the Hater's Folly because I think we can pick that side quest up in a minute. Luckily, I can already travel to Hater's Folly since I completed this quest in order to get the Pimpernels in earlier playthroughs here at Ultimate Vault Hunter mode on this same character. And so that works out well because I don't have to fight through the stuff guarding the entrance to this map in Oasis. It saves just a little bit of time. There's going to be a couple badass pirates right here. We're going to kill them and then obviously work our way through. Hold on, actually. I think there's a quest that I want to pick up in Oasis that might take place here, just so that we don't have to come back and do it. It's the quest where we kill Grendel. So, I think Hammerlock makes that quest available in Oasis as soon as you come to Wormwater. I'm not entirely sure about that. I want to make certain. It doesn't say it's available, and maybe we'll have to travel back, but it's piqued my curiosity at this point, so we're going to go ahead and get a vehicle, head on down to that bounty board, and I do see the yellow exclamation point, so this will be good. That'll save us from having to go back to Hater's Folly to kill Grendel, or at least we can work it in this particular run. Obviously, we will have to go back to Hater's Folly to kill Master Guy. So, that's good shit.
Pip, Sir Hammerlock here with a bit of a job for you. I've heard tell some creature is sneaking around Hater's
yeah.
Folly, stealing
I was just a little bit worried about not getting that quest because, you know, we can work it into this run and it's kind of efficient just to swing it in after you get the rapier, basically, so that works out. Unfortunately, the fast travel is a little bit away from the bounty board, so it took a little bit more time than it otherwise would have, but that's okay. Let's go kill this pirate. He was shooting at me a minute ago, and we didn't kill him. Probably thought he got off easy, but that will not be the case. Alright, let's kill this other one too. It's weird that they just have these two isolated super badasses that don't fight necessarily with each other unless you're really stupid about engaging them. By their lonesome, a super badass pirate really isn't that dangerous. It's when he's accompanied by, say, another badass or a variety of other enemies that they really pose a threat. So I've always found that a little bit of a strange design decision just to have those two badass pirates all on their lonesome, basically. Regardless, we're going to avoid most of these cave crystalisks just because they're not very fun to fight. And they're entirely unnecessary as well. We're trying to go up here and fight Sandman, so all of this stuff in between, I mean, I'll kill most of the pirates, I'd imagine, but all of this wildlife is really not necessary, and as a result, I'm going to skip a lot of it here. It's just a bunch of skags and those crystalists. I mean, might be fun to fight them, but it's not really, so I'm just going to go kill pirates. They put a vending machine right here, obviously, and a change machine because there's a raid boss right over there. We'll fight him later. Actually, we won't fight him. We'll probably squish him with the gate because he sucks. I do enjoy the over-obvious foreshadowing with Captain Scarlet saying she'll betray you and everything. One thing that's kind of weird about that is then in the very next DLC, Piston's the exact same way, basically. It's very, very obvious. And I don't know. It was funny once, and then, you know, to repeat that in another paid DLC only a month or so after the first one came out, that wasn't really ideal, and I don't know if they were, or if that was a product of simultaneous development by differing teams, and I think it could have been. I'm not really certain how that went, so I don't know. Gonna kill this guy first, even though the badass is slag, just because that guy has a fire SMG. Still didn't kill him first because the Lyudas likes to kill everything if they line up like that. So that works out well. We'll continue to work our way up towards Sandman's area. Got owned right there. That kind of sucked. Get that fire DOT on you. There's nothing really you can do. Okay. So that potentially dangerous enemy just got completely destroyed by his buddy there. What are they called? Powder monkeys. It blew him way further back, and he obviously is a melee enemy, so he needs to be right next to you to be effective. And it also hurt him a little bit, so just a poor move by that powder monkey to come out of the gate like that. Powder monkey not very effective against Sniper Zer0. Can be effective against melee Zer0, however. So that's just a case of Zer0 being a very diverse character, and you know, depending on how you build him, an enemy may be almost, you know, entirely benign or potentially very dangerous. So I don't know. I think that's cool. You can definitely get a very different game experience with the same character, just depending on how you play him, which is nice. We'll go up here and kill some dudes. Unfortunately, there's a big break in the combat here, so we can't really carry too much critical ascension, if any at all, which is a real shame, but that's okay. We'll build it back up. Ah, that stupid box. Those guys with the single shot shotguns that fall down, they can be surprisingly hard to hit because they don't spend enough time upright. But that's okay. Some more dudes coming. That's alright, we can kill them all. The Buccaneers always kind of reminded me of like Goliath once they've already been, you know, with their helmet taken off, basically. However, they do not fight their own enemies, so they are a little bit different in that way. But they have the same big, like, swinging arm attacks and similar movement speed and movement patterns, I would say. So, we are a little bit low on ammo, but luckily there's 2 ammo chests right here that were both very, very generous, and now we'll have plenty of ammo to kill Sandman and surprise boss Big Sleep, so that's good. So, this is a rather interesting boss fight. You get introduced to these Anchorman type enemies with Big Sleep, who you will see more of coming, you know, later in the DLC in maps like the Rush Yards and stuff. So that's cool. We'll kill these guys. Magnus Lighthouse as well. Just trying to think of the other name there. They have a very, 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 very small critical hit spot, but you can still kill them. And I still think that's a way better solution than what they did in some of the later DLCs where enemies have stupid crit spots that are like hidden behind mask or they get knocked off in like the case of the skeletons and everything. That's really stupid. But just having a small critical hit spot, that's alright. I like that. Makes that enemy, you know, challenging and everything. And occasionally he does block it with his arms, but it's not a default block like the mask and everything that some of the enemies wear, or the helmets. Those are really, really stupid. So, we'll keep killing these dudes. Alright. So, Sandman has a little jack-off station down here that points at this little picture of Captain Scarlet. I've always thought that was kind of funny. We'll go this way, though. This is where we're going to find one of the compass pieces. Obviously, the compass pieces are to use with Magnus Lighthouse in order to find the Treasure of the Sands that was explained to us in the opening cinematic for the DLC. We hear a little bit about Sandman knowing where the next piece is here. He tells us that it's going to be in Wormwater, marching around with some robots. So that's kind of cool because it does diversify this DLC's enemies a little bit. Obviously, we fought almost exclusively flesh-based enemies thus far, rather, in this DLC. So it's cool that you know, you're also going to get some opportunities to fight the loaders and everything as well. It keeps it kind of fresh, you know, they switch it up on you mid-DLC, which is cool. So I guess we should go back and get that treasure real quick. I just picked up the message in a bottle for that. We could go fight the Crystallis there, but I think we're going to have to fight a Crystallis at the back of this waterfall. I wish they kind of would have made this a seamless loop to where you could get the message in a bottle treasure kind of in the Grendel fighting area. That way you could do all 3 quests at the same time. But they have you backtrack a little bit here, which in my opinion isn't desirable, but it's not totally like experience ruining or anything like that. It does feel like you're going on a treasure hunt, but we're just doing it through areas that I've already cleared out, which is a little bit underwhelming in my mind because all of these guys are already dead. I don't know. It could be better. Jump over that there, finally. Can't walk over some of these planks very easily. That's alright. What we need to do is get right down here. I guess I could have done that from the start, but whatever. Alright, so we'll kill that annoying thing. We'll get this treasure here. Perfect. I don't know what kind we got. We'll listen to Captain Blade in just a minute. It's a sapping rapier that is in shock with no accessory, so kind of lame, but whatever.
After they strung him up, they got to talking. Found out I'd never killed another soul in my life. My guess is they'll raid the treasure room for guns and shoot me when my back's turned. Might as well let them do it. Rather be killed than have to wipe.
So, it seems like there'll be at least a couple more dudes here. We'll let that thing kill itself. So Captain Blade says there that he'll let his men kill him and everything. We find out later that that's obviously not the case, and that he goes pretty ham and kills all of them instead, which is cool. You don't want to go out like no bitch. You know, you tried to do good for these guys and help them out and everything, and then you get the feeling that they're going to commit mutiny or whatever, and you're like, well, you know, they're my friends. Maybe I should let them do that. Nah, fuck that. Kill them. Kill them all. That's what I'd do if I was a ship captain and I was suspecting mutiny, at least. I wouldn't kill everybody. I'd have to have, like, a few people to kind of keep the ship going where I wanted it. But if it's a big mechanized ship like this, perhaps I could just automate it. You know? None of these are, like, old-timey sailboats or anything. You could probably replace those dudes with far less expensive computers that do a better job. So, that'd be good. Let's go kill Grendel and shit now. And then we'll get to raid the Hyperion caravan, which is pretty fun. I like that. And then I think it's off to the rust yards. No, we'll have a couple side quests to do. Again, avoiding that Crystallis. This guy up here is going to be basically a Bullymong, reskinned and everything a little bit. But it's kind of cool because it's a Beowulf illusion. I moved a lot during, you know, my grade school years and stuff, so I actually ended up reading Beowulf at 2 different schools. I guess the school that I was transferring from was a little bit ahead in the curriculum, I don't know. But Beowulf's a pretty dope book. Old book, you know, rewritten and stuff several times.
Wonderful! Now if you could return to the bounty board, we can see about stapling Jesse's face back onto his skull.
So, Jesse's one of Hammerlock's gay lovers, and he's not really going to be okay. So, Hammerlock will tell us that if we ever get back to Oasis. It seems that Grendel had some sort of affinity for neon signs as well. Alright. So, like I said, we can either go to Oasis and turn this into Hammerlock, or we can do that a little bit later when we turn in giving Jocko a leg up, and I think that's what we'll do. Right now I'm going to go towards Wormwater, talk to Captain... No, we're not going to talk to Captain Scarlet at all. We're just going to go straight out looking for that caravan, so that'll be good. Buy some ammo here, then we'll get a boat. And at that point in time, I think we should be able to find the Hyperion caravan pretty easily. We'll see. I'll need to switch over to some corrosive weaponry for that. Then we'll get the option of fighting through a whole bunch of loaders and shit, or we can just kind of drive back. I might choose to fight through the loaders and stuff, though. We'll also have an opportunity to do this quest here, the, Declaration Against Independence. So he's way over there. I took the wrong route, but this does allow me to do this real quick, so that's what we'll do. I want to kill these things pretty quick because, they can deal a lot of damage, and obviously those sandworms are a serious, serious problem. Luckily, that didn't fight for my life so we good. There is another catch-a-ride right up there that I might utilize. At least I think there's a catch-a-ride right up here. There might not be. I thought there was. Nope, it might just... No, there is. Okay, good. We're good. I was almost sure of it. We can fight all of these dudes, but I'm just going to leave them be. No real reason to work that hard right now. Just trying to get in our boat and kill some Union vehicles. See if any more spawn right here. They might not. See how this circle's kind of gone away? I think we have to go to a different area to fight them Union vehicles. That's alright, though. We're getting pretty close to where the caravan is. I'm almost certain, if I remember this map at all. Yes, okay. Leave my boat back here so it doesn't get all blowed up. And probably throw on a corrosive this or that so that we can deal with these enemies. He's going to try to launch all those missiles at us. That would have been so rude. Alright. So now some homeboys will come down from Hyperion. We'll kill them as well. Open these red chests here. Got a Chinook. So there's some gun loaders and stuff coming now as well. We can just kill it all. About as good plan as any. Obviously, as we build up critical ascension, the enemies will become lamer and lamer in comparison to us. So that's good. There's one more exploder here who has been hella lame this whole time. He didn't do his job at all. Alright. So, we killed them. Hyperion obviously wasn't as invested in the Treasure of the Sands as they were in some of their other ventures because, obviously, they didn't really do that much to protect this compass piece. Let's go find some more Union vehicles. We'll kill them, and then we will do whatever's next. Trying to remember. I think we go to the rust yards. We'll see. And then we have to meet Herbert and everything, which is so fun. I like the rust yards, though. The rust yards are a real map. Herbert wears on me as a character a little bit. He's kind of funny. Alright, so it's way down there. I guess we should turn right. and go at it this way. Probably should have done this while I was doing some of the other quests. I just despise the vehicle missions so damn much that I didn't. Alright, so out of this hole we'll pop another Union vehicle. No, that's just a Raider skiff. That really blows. Ah, fuck. My car's almost dead. So, want to be very careful not to hit any of these worms as I regen my health. Okay. Right around here, just a little ways further, I guess, is where the Union vehicle will pop out. Yep. Alright, so now we'll get out of here so that we don't die and stuff. Assuming a worm doesn't pop up directly in front of me, which will happen sometimes. Then we'll go back and we'll kill that other Union vehicle. God, boat missions suck. This another one, or is this just a Raider skiff? Ooh, might be able to finish this right now. Or die. One of those two things might happen. Looks like the better one happened, so good shit. With just a sliver of health remaining. Alright, so let's go talk to Captain Scarlet now that we've got that done. And then she'll send us to the rust yards, I guess, and that'll be good. It doesn't roll quite as far as the car does from the main game. That's alright. It'd be cool to have a boat with an elevator on it. That kind of money's hard to come by, though.
I know someone who might. His name is Herbert, and he lives out in the rust yards. Take that gift box out there.
Ah, shit.
You could share treasure hunting turf for the Union. Hell yes, you're the best. Hell yes, you're the...
Ah, fuck unions, though. Okay, so we'll get Herbert's gift right here, which I kind of forgot about. And then we're going to Oasis because we finally got the quest that we're going to do at the same time as give Jocko a leg up. So, Oasis it is. Then I think we'll have to go back to I don't know if one of these takes place in Wormwater or not. I'm trying to remember. I know one of them takes place in Hater's Folly. At least I'm fairly certain about that. There's a couple places we have to go where we have to kill some of these people who have left Captain Scarlet's crew because... by many accounts, she's not a very reputable or cool person. I think she's kind of dope, though. But like I said, we're going to fight one of the guys from the Just Deserters quest right here. And this is also where we will do the Giving Jocko a Leg Up quest. So, it'll be good to get both of these done right now. Or at least part of this one, the Just Deserters quest done. And all of the Giving Jocko a Leg Up quest done. And this quest is a pretty good introduction to pirate combat if you do it as soon as it's available as well. You know, you get the idea that a lot of these guys are pretty similar to their, you know, main game counterparts and everything, but you learn all the names and different types of them as you go through here. Before it's really part of a story mission or anything dire. So that's good. So I'm just trying to pick up all of this stuff, basically. I don't know exactly how many we have to pick up. This will show us. Yeah, still some more things, so we'll kill some more enemies for that. Unfortunately, they started spawning some dudes behind me, but that's okay. We'll kill them. Perhaps I advanced a little bit too quickly. That's alright. Better to be aggressive than not.
So very satisfying. I live for such kills.
Damn it, that fell all the way down there. That's okay. So soon we'll come across Toothless Terry or whatever. I think his name's Toothless Terry. Here in this area. So that'll be good. First we'll kill all of these guys though. Oh yeah, so this does introduce you to pirate mercenaries, so that's a good introduction there because those guys are awful. That guy just blow himself up? I think he did.
Jocko, do you see this? The kind treasure hunter is collecting pirate accessories so you may fulfill your lifelong fantasy of being a sand pirate, which was cut short thanks to a tragic childhood injury.
Oh no, this is Benny the Booster here.
Because there was water on the other side.
Luckily he, you know, put him in a specific position that made him very easy to kill. So, now have I completed this one? No, I still need one more of these things. So, we'll jump down and get one of these things. Perfect. Now we can get out of here. Our vehicle's not too far, so that's good. Might as well go turn all these quests in right now. They're on our way to the fast travel anyway, basically, so that works out. Get back up on the dock or boardwalk here. That's good.
Love them. Almost as much as he loves telling those hilarious jokes. Good news!
Don't have to help me staple Jesse's face back on because he's dead. Hemophilia, oh.
Jesse is super dead, so that's good. Alright. So now, the next quest takes place in the Hater's Folly. Kill Deckand.
Men deserted the ship when Sandman.
So I think since we just very recently cleared this place out, there shouldn't be too many enemies, but we'll buy ammo just in case. Yep, so the pirates are still dead, and they're like the first enemy I killed, so we should be able to walk pretty cleanly to Deckand. We'll see, though. This is another very, very pretty map. This DLC does a great job as far as the aesthetic and looking pretty and providing cool environments to play in. I think this is the quickest way up to find Deckand, is just to go the same route that you came from after killing Sandman. That way you don't have to walk through all that other nonsense, including the skags and everything. And Deckand takes place pretty much in the same places where you killed Sandman. Seems like they do spawn him here with a lot of the pirate mercenaries, though, which is pretty cool. Kind of. Like in a not cool kind of way. Those ninja enemies, they can be pretty tough. Oh no, so he takes place at the FAP hut. Okay, that makes sense. That is a pretty funny line from Scarlet there. That, you know, you can murder children, just don't brag about it. Alright, so now Toothless Terry, he's the one who's going to be in the rust yards, if I remember correctly. Yes. Alright, rust yards it is. Just a little bit more retreading of where we've been. Don't worry, we won't have to do the major retread until we do the rest yards twice for the scooter quest, but maybe all of the enemies will be dead, I'm not entirely certain. If we move quick enough through the rest yards, we can count on that perhaps. But see how some of the enemies do reach a respawn timer? Eventually.
Grenade out. And I disappear. A ghost amidst the combat. Prepare.
That's a little bit worrying because the rest yards takes a long ass time to run through. That's okay. I like it because we can kill the rest yards twice if need be. Otherwise, we're just going to plow through it once and then speed through it the second time. Hopefully. We'll see. So we can't just go to the rest yards yet. We have to go to Wormwater and open it up. That's okay. We will do that. Drop down this way. Probably want to put back on the fire pimp while we work through some of this stuff, I would imagine. We can definitely put the corrosive one here, though. Barking or Banberry? I'll go with Banberry. Alright.
Now, you might be worried that once you get all 4 pieces of the compass, I'll kill you and take it for myself.
I hadn't thought about that.
Even once complete, the compass still needs to be taken to a very super secret location.
That place.
Before it will reveal where Blade's treasure is buried. You can rest easy for now.
So getting into the rest yards can be a little bit tricky. There are going to be some enemies there and a couple turrets, plus a boat that spawns usually. So that can be a problem, but we'll be alright. Like I said, the turrets are going to be here for certain. We can work through them, though, if we need to. Alright. Speaking of things we may need to work through, there is a cursed pirate right here. The good thing about killing his friends is that it gave me the killer bonus, which made it even easier to kill him. That was some badass. So there's that boat I was talking about. It is potentially dangerous, but we'll kill it. Oh, they spawned 2 of those? That's really fun. I think there's one more of those things. But it's been dealt with. Alright. They do okay with those mercenary dudes. They balance out their extreme offensive potential by giving them very low health. So I think those are a properly designed enemy. It is still a shame that they, you know, are hard to slag. But that's okay. So, once we're in the rest yards, there are some things we need to do, like killing Toothless Terry, and also a message in a bottle quest. So we'll do all those things, but we also unfortunately need to talk to Herbert, and he's way up over here. Yeah, we'll see. So it turns out wearing a giant explosive barrel on your back is not a good thing if you might be fighting snipers. I must thank the Antagonist shield for blocking a good portion of my shots at all times. It does very well at that. I heard that, you know, during the times when flamethrowers were actually used on a battlefield and everything, people were just so scared of them that they didn't shoot the tanks or anything like that. But eventually people got wise to like what you do against a flamethrower. And it's shoot the guy who's holding the tank and the tank, basically. So that worked out. Eventually.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
Should be some more dudes spawning up here. There were. Including an anchorman. Like I said, I think they do a pretty appropriate job introducing those enemies to you via Big Sleep. And, you know, that works out.
World revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
The anchormen are pretty damn powerful if you let them get going. Luckily for me, none of his friends there were in a very good position to take me out. Poor combat management here has me with a badass enemy right on my flank, and I was concentrating on two enemies that could barely even shoot me, so that was stupid of me, but that's okay. There will be some, like, I don't know what they call them here, plunderers or something, just your basic psycho types. They are pre-programmed to run down those stairs, though, so if you come up the stairs, they'll run right past you, which is always kind of funny. Unfortunately, I am slagged right here, and this is a pretty dangerous shooting gallery, so want to make sure I'm unslagged before we engage this super badass. Luckily, the super badass seems to have a very poor weapon, so that worked out well for us. Sometimes he has like a shock rifle or just something atrocious like that, and he can be very difficult to work through. So really, depending on what kind of guns the enemies spawn with, really determines how difficult or not difficult this area will be. Where is this next dude?
A critical kill showers me in blood and spit. How enjoyable.
Alright, this ladder will take my critical ascension, which is a real shame, but that's okay. Gather up some ammo here before we proceed, just because probably prudent. There's another little ambush coming on the other side of this door, or, you know, the door the arrow's pointing at least, so we'll get ready for that. Ooh, fire dot on the super badass. Alright, where's this mercenary at? Ah, that mercenary's killing me. Got him. Alright, so now we'll go fight everything that's going to be on this side over here after I blow up that barrel. Oh, never mind, that barrel still got me. So there's Toothless Terry, who has rockets. I think I forgot about that. So there is going to be an anchorman jumping down, but I absolutely need to kill Toothless Terry. Oh shit, I've put myself in a very, very bad way here. So we're going to kill Toothless Terry, and then we're going to get up and reorganize. Jeez, I forgot how precarious that situation really got.
Unisexual, Taylor, Tiana, something like that. I feel really bad killing someone without knowing.
It's funny, you know, that they say Terry is a unisexual name, because I would say it's the, you know, gender ambiguous name. What do they call that? Androgynous? that I've seen the most, like, evenly distributed 50-50. I have worked with, known, gone to school with a number of different Terrys and stuff. God, that guy with the stupid shotgun. Just one hit from him is enough to almost kill me. Luckily, I can kill him too, though. So, it all works out.
Creepy enough to be Herbert's shack up there on that ledge. Take the elevator up, knock on the door, and prepare for a smell straight out of your nightmares.
So now there will be some spider ants over here. They seem, you know, like, oh, it's just spider ants. That's not going to be a problem. But you are on a relatively narrow pass, and they could theoretically knock you into the abyss, which is their main offense here. Obviously, the less of them there are, the less likely they're going to knock you off, so good to kill them. Unfortunately, we do have to go meet Herbert here, which is a real shame. He takes a lot of time to do his talking and stuff, but that's alright. Do love that 165 FPS, though, I can tell you that. Obviously, you guys can't see it in the YouTube video. It's only 60. You most likely have a 60 FPS or 60 Hertz display, but I promise you, it does look great at 165. Very smooth. Don't maintain 165 all the time, but I usually maintain above 110, 120-ish with my Titan X here at 1440p, so that's good. But at times when nothing's happening, like when I was going up that elevator there, yeah, perfect 165. Right now, 165. So, that's cool. And obviously the frame rate drops. They're not as noticeable at ultra high frame rates, especially since I have G-Sync monitors, so that works out. So Herbert's going to be all lame and shit. That's kind of his MO. There'll be a few more spider ants for us to kill down here, if I remember correctly. Including some ultra lame ones. Alright, so we killed the lame one. Now we'll kill the, like, useless ones. And then we'll be going forward. Yeah, I definitely should have tried to snipe Toothless Terry instead of fighting him the way that I did, but that's alright. Those have a very annoying cousin in Digistruct Peak. Those slagged ones are a very irritating enemy in Digistruct Peak. One of the tougher enemies, I would say. God, fuck those little things. Okay, so Herbert's tapes are going to be over here. We're supposed to hear the roar of the Leviathan there, I believe. Sometimes it glitches out. Or maybe it occurs after we get this tape and there's just a huge scripting error. I think that's the case, actually. Alright, so his tapes fly around.
Like this would happen. Just collect his little love letters as quick as you can. Sorry.
Oh, just die. I can still hear that fire spider ant over here. He may pop up to annoy us. So here we get to hear about Herbert's creepy perversion and everything.
You got a nice butt. You also got a nice chest. Your face is okay too. Oh, 6 syllables. Oh, it's ruined. God damn it.
So now there'll be some Anchormen to fight. Make sure they're both nice and kunai'd up for us here. Obviously, you see the exclamation point on the minimap for the message in a bottle quest, so we'll get ready for that shortly. Like I say, I'm not going to die so easily and then drop down for face shots. I go, are you aiming at that level? Can I put my face there? Alright. Let's go talk to this bottle. Can't do it from that angle, even though it said I could. Gotta do it from this angle. There we go. So that will give us a relic, which is good. We'll be sure to sell that thing and everything else that we get that we don't need. Try to keep our money up so we can keep buying ammo. When my inventory gets full anyway. So this little fight up the hill can be fairly tough. It doesn't have to be though. It really depends on what the enemies spawn with, of course. So that pirate gunner, he has a fast-firing sniper rifle, which is dangerous, but it's not elemental, so less dangerous. A couple more badass pirates and a like gun mount thing up here a little bit further, so we'll get ready for that. I don't know what a human sandskiff is, but it's cool that he has those aspirations for me. Unfortunately, he won't achieve them. Kill it like that, yeah? Alright. Maybe you can pick up the scooter quest before coming here. I don't know. If you can, I'll feel stupid. Someone let me know. But he has a lot of tapes of Scarlet sleeping, obviously, which is pretty creepy.
Today, Scarlet caught a crewman stealing from her. She's so honorable. Through my telescope, I saw her give him a gun to defend himself.
This is where the X marks the spot quest is.
With her sword.
As she ran him through with her sword and then heavy breathing. That's just what gets Herbert off. That's good shit. Obviously, that's from the Captain Blade Echo, though.
I couldn't let it. I fought back.
It killed them all.
I did get sticky with their blood. They fondly met the fearsome Captain Blade.
I bet the scooter quest is available, much like the Hammerlock quest was before we... Like, as soon as we unlocked the map. So I should have picked that up and done that the whole time. Oh well. We're almost done with this.
Oh, Scarlet.
Oh, God. Did you find one of his songs? Gonorrhea. Still, you found all of his tapes. Better return them to him. Wash your hands afterward.
Alright. Talk to old Herbie here. Then we'll ride the thing back to Wormwater. And then we'll come back and do the next quest that takes place here. And then probably start the next episode with the Washburn Refinery nonsense. So that'll be good.
You found the tapes?
Sure did.
Once you deliver those with the last piece of the compass, Scarlet will have to take me back. The last compass piece is in that chest.
I think he already broke it. To see, even if I don't shoot it directly, then it's still all broken in here. And I think he already broke it, and he was just too lame to admit it.
Blasted the final compass piece into bits. Okay,
This is bad. No, wait. I can make a replacement. I just need parts. Just get to the Washburn refinery. Go, go, go!
So we're headed towards the Washburn refinery in some sense, since we're going back to Wormwater. But in reality, I'm just going to get that quest from Wormwater and then come back here and collect the rusty pieces for Scooter. So that's what we're doing. Hopefully all this nonsense remains dead. We'll see, though. It really depends on how quickly we can get there and then get back. This is like one of the laggier save stations in the game. I don't know why that is. Very pretty map, though. Wait a second. Is that quest from Scooter not even available yet? We have to, like, unlock the Washburn refinery first? Oh, no, it's here.
To understate just how unserious I was being about the no fatties thing. I actually prefer overweight men.
No, you don't. No one does. Alright, so we're going to go back to the rust yards. Some people say they do, but that's because they've made poor decisions in life and they're trying to justify them. We're going this way.
Let's just get this out of the way. Yes, most of my merchandise was ripped.
Looks like everything's still dead but the barrels, so that's good. We do have the quest, right? Yup. Alright, so you can see where the things we need to pick up are.
This here Scooter coming at you from Sanctuary.
I'm almost sure that just like the stupid Grindel quest, we could have picked this up the first time. Oh shit, everything's already respawning. Oh, because no. I think these guys are required spawns because you have to kill them to get the gate to open. Alright, so we'll kill both of these dudes. Alright, now we'll run it. See how they're not spawning everything else? Those enemies are a required event for the door spawn, I believe, so that is why they are the way they are. And this thing's way up there. I forget how to get to it, but I think I remember now. I wonder if the Anchorman that drops from the ceiling is a required spawn as well in the next room. Probably not. We obviously could have taken the stairs and everything, but I had already committed to coming this way, so that's the way I went. I guess this was the armory for the bridge, or, you know, for the whole ship, so that's why it has ammo cases and such. I'm not certain. Almost out of here now. We've got 2 of the 4 pieces, or 5 pieces. But everything is dead still, so that saves us a lot of time. What would have saved more time is if I wasn't an idiot and I picked this up when it was available. Or at the very least check to make sure that it wasn't there already. I think it was, though. So that's a real shame on my part. We'll still have to come back here, obviously, for returning the compass piece to him, but we can just ride that little trolley for that, and so that will be pretty easy in reality. Still trying to run past the spawn timers on all of these enemies. I think since we made it past that first part, all of these enemies should be dead as well. I do think I see that fire spider ant up here because we never killed him. We'll see, though. Got stuck in the ground right there. That's no fun. I would say that it's fairly likely that we'll have to fight those enemies at the gate there, the anchormen. We'll see, though. It's weird that they don't make this quest more easily available before you come here, I guess. My mistake, though. I guess they probably kind of do. I don't know. I'm not certain. I've definitely run back here to do this quest several times, though. And I should have just picked it up, you know, while I was doing the quest, but whatever. I do think these anchormen will spawn again. We will see. Or maybe they just won't let you in because that's the way it works. That's bullshit if that's the case. Oh my god, is that really the case? That's going to make me none too pleased. Is there anything that I can, like, stand on and then grenade jump? Oh, that is such horse shit. Such horse shit. Yeah, I don't want to try anything fucky over here either. Damn, that irritates me to no end. That is really, really poor game design. That really, really makes me mad. Let's see if there's nothing I can do here. Jeez, let me stand on that thing. There's some weirdness going on right there. You can't walk up that little ramp? That's bullshit. This is not making me very happy at all. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Oh. Going to have to wait some period of time. Ha! Fucking did it. Okay, so that saves me some time there. I knew there was a way to grenade jump. I just didn't remember how. Or double grenade jump, I meant. I figured it out, though. Got my grenades back because we're fighting all these enemies. It's important. That would have really sucked if I had to run all the way back through there. Luckily, my excellent double grenade jumping ability got me over the hump there, so that was good shit. Just one more thing to get, the engine. There are still some spider ants and things that I haven't killed up here, though. So maybe we will actually fight something. I'm not entirely certain. It's bullshit that they made that gate more than one grenade jump tall, too. If they weren't going to fix the goddamn door opening scripting. All right. So now we've completed that quest, we can go ahead and fast travel back to Wormwater, basically, because I'm not starting the next... I'm not doing the... Am I doing the Washburn Refinery? No, I'm not doing the Washburn Refinery thing in this episode. We're not. I think it's gone on long enough. Had fun playing it, though. Other than getting stuck at that door, that was kind of bullshit. But doing well, keeping our quest log succinct, you know, doing all the quests that are available and everything. Even the lame ones like the stupid drive around Wormwater quest that will eventually come up, probably in the next episode.
Thanks. I figured the scrap will take at least a week to digistruct back to Sanctuary, but I'll go ahead and pay you up front, because I'm that kind of guy.
Thanks, Scooter.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Okay, so that's the end of this. Like I said, quest log very succinct at the moment. We only have the message in a bottle quest that takes place in a map that we can't access yet, and the story quest that will take us to Washburn, where we will eventually pick up a couple more side quests as well, including the one where we could get another Pimpernel potentially. Probably not, though. Already farmed for the Pimpernel quite a bit at overpower level 8, and I have a good suite of them. Other than that, though, as always, guys, I thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't yet taken the time to subscribe, please do so. I'd appreciate that as well. Otherwise, I do hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.